So, Gorillaz are back with a surprise EP for us all to listen to this autumn. The band is back with 3 new tracks on the Meanwhile EP. Now, this EP is an ode to Notting Hill Carnival, which is a popular Caribbean carnival that has taken place in London since 1966. Sadly, the important event has been cancelled this year due to COVID-19, the second year in a row. In order to still pay tribute to this carnival that highlights Caribbean and Black British culture, Gorillaz have come out with 3 new tracks celebrating and remembering the event, keeping the spirit of the event until it returns in the future. It is a short, concise, and interesting listen that might make one feel a little bit better despite the important carnival being pushed forward to a later date. Now, these 3 new songs first premiered on August 10th, 2021, during a benefit concert the band put together to honor NHS workers for their incredible work during the worldwide pandemic, inviting them and their families in for free for an unforgettable night of music. With this context in mind, I feel it adds a lot of extra value to the EP as it was conceived to be something quite special. Let's discuss these aforementioned tracks. Meanwhile is the first song off of the EP, featuring London musician Jelani Blackman and Jamaican reggae and dancehall artist Barrington Levy. What strikes me on first listen is the reflective and smooth beat with top-notch production. The instrumental is dark, atmospheric, and sounds amazing. Jelani flows incredibly well over it, delivering contemplative lyrics about a variety of subjects, and ultimately details his ties to the Notting Hill Carnival and what it means to him. His performance is stellar, and his deep, distinct voice lends itself well to the beat. I think it works incredibly well. From personal interpretation of the lyrics, I feel Jelani is lamenting the carnival's cancellation, reminiscing on old memories and how it just doesn't feel the same when one can't go there to have a good time and forget about their troubles for a while. Jelani is reminiscing on the history of the Notting Hill Carnival and its significance to the cultures surrounding it. 2D sounds great during the chorus, complementing Jelani's verses very well. The 2 artists go together well, and the lines, "Do you really think I'd leave you?" and "Do you really think I'd forget you?" to me symbolize 2D reassuring the carnival that, though it may not happen this year, it will not be forgotten and live on in the hearts of those that it means so much to. I gather it means a lot to the band due to Carnival welcoming them to the world all the way back in 2000 in the Meanwhile Gardens. Damon and 2D will never forget Meanwhile, and this track is a testament to that. At least that is my personal interpretation of what the track is about. It is a great song with a killer beat, and a great introduction to the project. Jimmy Jimmy is the second track of the EP and opens up with an easygoing, fun beat that sets the tone immediately. It absolutely feels like a track right at home at a carnival, and AJ Tracey, the featured West London artist of the song, works perfectly with the beat. I am glad to hear the melodica once again near the end of the song. It fits greatly with what the song is going for, and its inclusion is always appreciated. The chorus of the track focuses on a man named Jimmy, a man who has pressure on him and whose life does not feel the way it used to. Looking at the state of the world and looking at the fact that the Notting Hill Carnival won't happen, that is not surprising. However, there's no point in letting these things bring you down, because when Jimmy finally gets to play his song again, people will get along. AJ Tracey begins his verse steeped in doubt. The man appears lost, alone, and unsure of what to believe in. He seems to think back to his youth and his upbringing, and what he had to do to make money back in the day to survive. He prioritized the fast solutions, as those seemed to be the only option back then, but still felt he was losing his time. At the end of his first verse, he mentions Notting Hill, which once again ties this track to the carnival. In the second chorus, 2D lets Jimmy know that the life he's living is living on a dead-end road, but once more when they play his song, we will get along. So try to look at it from the bright side. The second verse details AJ Tracey on the road, heading to Soho in an intoxicated state and doing things he swears he won't tell. The man loves making strides and reflects on where he's been and where he is now, and ends his verse thankful of his continued success. Now he's on billboards and he couldn't be more thankful. I am currently unsure how the chorus of the song connects with the verses delivered by AJ Tracey. Perhaps the pressure that Jimmy is feeling is also the same type of pressure that AJ Tracey has felt at several points of his life growing up in West London, but that's just a theory. The pressure is on both people to provide and to survive, but through music and success, hopefully, good times will come. That is my current interpretation of the song, and while it is my least favorite song off the EP, I still consider it a worthwhile inclusion with a unique flavor to it into the band's catalog. Deja Vu is the final song of the EP featuring Jamaican-born South London dancehall artist Alakai Harley, and from first listen, this was my favorite of the 3 songs. It undoubtedly pays tribute to the Caribbean roots of the carnival and has such a good vibe that makes you want to get up and dance and just appreciate life. It is a perfect song for going to the beach or out for a celebration. Alakai's warm vocals go well with the vibe, and it all works so well together. Her energy is infectious, especially 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. It's almost impossible not to feel uplifted. The song just has a really nice feeling to it and makes one feel happy listening to it. It feels like a fitting closer to the EP, bringing it to a close on a joyous note after some of the more doubtful verses of the 2 earlier songs. It looks towards the future with hopeful eyes and reaffirms you that life is meant for living. It is a much appreciated message, and it is one that one needs to hear once in a while. The first verse is all about making preparations for the future, staying safe by wearing spacesuits and seatbelts to protect one from what might happen. It is a charming verse that definitely feels in character for 2D. Alakai then jumps in and graciously sings of how whoever she is singing to was made for her. Sometimes it's as if she has deja vu with them, as if they've never met, and she wants to live her life fully with this person and would do it all over again if necessary. "We are perfectly imperfect, but that's what makes it you," is a really charming line. The second verse begins with 2D detailing his state of mind lost in the desert. Some say he's a Martian, a really odd fellow, but he remains safe wearing his seatbelt, and in the break of the song, the good vibes are further cemented. In the final verse, the carnival's celebratory feelings are reaffirmed as Alakai says they can dance all night long. Time travel all the way back to where her and who she is singing to have always been together and always loved one another. Her dedication to this person is beautiful and truly uplifting. Then, after another chorus, the song comes to a triumphant close and ends the EP on a high note and with some real optimism for the future. I just love this track. The energy, the vibe, and the blissfulness of it all is just perfect. Like I said, it is my favorite song off of the EP, at least currently. I would say Meanwhile is pretty close too. The beat on that song is unreal, it's awesome. Overall, the Meanwhile EP is a project that has undoubtedly had a lot of effort put into it, experimenting with different sounds and ideas and delivering some really interesting lyrics and verses with the featured artists. It is a really solid and good addition to Gorillaz' overall discography and feels like something created not just to put something quick out there, but created through the sheer love of the music and the carnival, and it is much appreciated. You can tell that there were quite a few creative sparks flying through the creation of this project, and that really shows. It consists of a cohesive tracklist detailing how each artist regards the Notting Hill Carnival and what it means to them. One understands the importance of the event due to the clear love of it each artist exhibits, and it makes one eagerly await its return whenever that may be. Hopefully through these songs and this music, more eyes can be drawn to the festival as it has historically struggled to gain media attention outside of its region. Hopefully with this EP, the carnival can gain even more love and attention, it can spread its message further, and make those who it already means a lot to feel a little bit better about it not happening this year. For many, this carnival is a beautiful space where they can express themselves freely, and express their love for their culture and identity for a while, so hopefully if all goes well, we can see the return of the event as soon as possible. This is a great EP that balances doubt and worry with hopeful reassurance in a great way, and I am personally very happy that we received it. It really is the perfect length for what it is. It's not too long and not too short. It is a great burst of energy. Here's to hoping the Notting Hill Carnival returns as soon as possible. And those are my thoughts on the Meanwhile EP by Gorillaz. I hope you enjoyed hearing them. Thanks for watching everyone. Stay awesome. Goodbye.